Yeah, I know. There's a part of you that's been through a lot. There's a part of you that nobody knows about. There's a part of you that you've kept secret from everybody in your life. There's a part of you that you've repressed, you've denied, you've disowned, and you've separated yourself from. Spent your whole life trying to cover up that young boy that felt inferior, that young boy that felt broken, that young boy who felt like you couldn't measure up. And now you're a grown man, right? But you feel like a young man, a little boy living in a grown man's body, in a grown man's life, in a grown man's world. And in a position in your life, despite what you've created, you can't connect to it. All the success externally in your life, but you still can't connect to it. It's like a vehicle that you've used to overcompensate for feeling like you weren't enough. The massive inferiority complex causes you to second guess everything your wife does. Can't trust anybody because I constantly am afraid, right, that young boy is going to surface. The wounds are going to surface. My insecurities are going to surface. And people's behavior is going to prove that I'm unlovable, that I'm not good enough, and that I'm not worth it. You think that these issues that are showing up in your relationship, you think that they're caused by the relationship? They're triggered by the relationship, man. That's a lot of stuff that you carried into the marriage. That's a lot of stuff you carried into that relationship. And that's not your fault, man. The stuff that happened, that's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it. My question for you is, what are you willing to do about it? Carrying this ball and chain of your past in every area of your life. Think about how much more productive you would be. There's a block, bro. You're blocked. There's a block between who you are and who you can truly become. And the becoming of who you are is really the undoing. It's the unraveling of what you created to hide and cover up and protect parts of yourself. Why do you think you get so angry? Because you learned at some point in your life that anger was a way to protect yourself. Anger was a way for you to defend yourself. Anger was a way for you to remain in control of things that you couldn't control. You vowed to yourself, I'll never be a victim again. So what'd you become? The perpetrator. And the sad part is now everybody else in your life has become the victim to your behavior. All the things that you're choosing not to change. Why? Because you saw no way out. You look at it like it's a maze. Like I'm stuck in this maze, Tim, and I don't even know which direction to turn. And I understand that, brother. I've been there. I've been there. And that's why a proven process. Excavation. Brother, you got to develop clarity. Identifying the root of the problem and extracting the root of the problem so that you can create and ignite momentum. Envision. You got to envision where you want to be. Your best possible self. Forge new connections, new synaptic connections, and align your inner man. That self-realization process. These epiphanies you need to have. Connecting the dots. You need to engineer. You need to develop skills, tools, insight. There's nothing wrong with that. Putting myself in a position to learn and grow. How do you think you ended up in the position that you're at? If I think I have all the answers, then I can't call myself a powerful leader, because that doesn't put me in a position to lead from a place of humility. And knowing that there's always opportunities to learn. It puts me in a position of just ego. And then you got to get to a place, bro, where you emerge. Where you emerge. Where you activate your new identity. Where you redeem your dignity. The atonement, repairing the damage in the relationships. Bro, this whole process is excavation. It's archaeology. How do archaeologists dig? Well, they don't just show up on the site and just start taking a backhoe into the ground. They flag off an area. They determine where they want to dig. And they decide where they want to start. And they start digging slowly. What do they start? So slowly, right? With little tools and little brushes. They sift away dust and debris, and what do they uncover? Artifacts, relics from the past, things that have always been there that you couldn't see with the naked eye. And then they study those things. They understand, how do these things relate to today? And then once they're done understanding that process, they put those things on display for other people to learn from, for other men to learn from. Bro, this process is bigger than you. And if you got sons, if you got kids, you got to teach them how to undergo this process. Because what are they going to pick up on? They're going to pick up on dad's behavior. How does dad regulate? How does dad deal with stress? How does dad deal with his past? How does dad communicate in relationships? How does dad love the people in his life that he claims to love? Bro, what are you modeling? What are you modeling? What are you modeling? Are you modeling what it is to be a multi-dimensional man? You don't have it all wrong. You got a lot of great qualities, bro, that we can tap into, that we can capitalize on. But there's certain areas of your life that you never had an opportunity to learn and grow in. There's a fractured part of you, bro, and what are you going to do to invest in yourself? What are you going to do to take this place in your life, this pain in your life, this pain point in your life, and say, you know what? Here's an opportunity for me. Here's an opportunity for me to pour into myself. And as my cup overflows, I'm able to pour into the people that I love.